Hello, leaders, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that helps you leverage conflict to master your leadership skills and grow your business. Hey, this week, we're breaking down several causes of conflict within a workspace and talking about how you can lead your team through these situations in a positive manner. So today, I want to start by asking you how transparent you are. I mean, how willing are you to share your feelings, your thoughts, your beliefs, and your opinions? Do you openly share things, or are you very closed off and private? This is something everyone seems to have a different perspective on. I mean, how about your team members? Are there some who share everything and some that you just can't pry any information from? What impact does all this have on your team's morale, the trust, cohesiveness, and productivity? Does it create conflict? Well, depending on the situation, it certainly can. As for me, well, I've been kind of an open book throughout most of my life and career, and I found myself saying too much at times. My wife often reminds me of this. However, if you've been around me anytime at all, you'll soon know how I stand on many different topics. And over the years, my team members and coworkers have appreciated that to a certain extent, or at least most of them. With all this said, there is a limit on how much you should share with your team members at work and or your friends at home. So, what do you think? What's your opinion on what should and shouldn't be shared in the workspace? I've seen transparency, both in excess amount of and lack of, be the cause of conflict over the years, both at work and at home. And I think this is something all leaders should be prepared to lead their teams through in the most effective manner. I believe the key is to have a balance of how transparent you are and how transparent your team members should be. I've seen when it's been extremely beneficial for a leader to be transparent when they're sharing personal stories about lessons learned over the years. I've also witnessed awkward situations when leaders have shared too much information. You know, those TMI moments, as in too much information. I've also witnessed team members get too up close and personal when sharing personal stories. And it's really hindered team growth in a big way. And in many cases, it's even embarrassed some team members. So, as I mentioned earlier, it takes finding that balance that your team is comfortable with. And naturally, a team that isn't very close just will most likely have less of a tendency to be transparent with each other. But in time, they may become more transparent as they get to know each other and as they build trust. Transparency, when shared correctly, can build trust within a team. When overused, however, it can reduce trust, as not too many team members want to be a future story that you share with the world. Many times, the primary separator between negative and positive conflict is the amount of trust between the team members, and transparency can go a long way in building this trust. So set the stage for how transparent you want your team to be, because as with everything else, the leader sets the tone for the adequate amount of transparency. You can set comfortable limits for the entire team. So that's today's challenge. Think about your transparency levels and figure out how you can use transparency to build trust within your team. That, in turn, will help turn your negative conflict into more positive conflict. Hey, as always, I'd love to work with you and your team concerning stuff like this. Here at CLC Team, we're developing a program for leaders called Conflict Leadership. This is a training and development system that will empower you and your organization to leverage conflict to master your leadership skills and grow your business. If this is something that you're interested in, please contact me at paul@clcteam.com. And let's set up a free 30-minute strategy call to see if this is something that you're interested in. Hey, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.